Deep in the forest, a hero's pride is about to meet its match, and it's not what you'd expect. Today, we're going to journey with the Pandavas and discover how true strength, well, it's not always about muscle, it's about wisdom. So just think, the Pandavas have already been through so much, 11 long years of exile. But believe it or not, their greatest test is still to come. And this one's going to force them to question everything they thought they knew about power. All right, let's set the scene. We're in the forest of Vishakayapa, and you can practically feel the restless energy coming off of Bhima. I mean, here's this mighty warrior, used to the glories of court, and now he feels totally caged by the wilderness. You can just imagine his frustration building day by day. So, what does he do with all that pent-up energy and frustration? He takes it out on the forest itself. He isn't just surviving out there, no, he's waging a one-man war against the wilderness. Every single action is a testament to his untamed power and, let's be honest, his simmering rage. And we are talking about some serious demigod-level power here. His roars would literally send shockwaves through the mountains. His strength could shatter stone. And with every tree he felled and every beast he conquered, his pride just swelled, blinding him to the real challenges that were waiting just ahead. So in his arrogance, Bhima sees some serpents in a cave and thinks, hey, just another conquest. But oh, he was about to learn a very, very humbling lesson. You see, some battles just can't be won with brute force. And deep within the earth, a power far greater than his own was lying in wait. And just like that, in the heart of the mountain, Bhima's rampage comes to a dead stop. In front of him is a serpent of immense size, and its eyes are gleaming with this ancient sorrow. You know right away, this is no ordinary beast. It's a guardian, a prisoner, and yeah, a sign of Bhima's downfall. So Bhima has this strength of 10,000 elephants, right? Turns out, that meant absolutely nothing against the serpent's ancient magic. The moment Bhima got close, he was ensnared. His legendary power just vanished, like a whisper in the wind. The mighty warrior was now completely helpless, his pride totally shattered. Then, in a voice just filled with ancient sorrow, the serpent reveals a truth that shakes Bhima to his core. This isn't just some beast, it's Nahusha, a once great king and an ancestor of the Pandavas themselves. What a cruel twist of fate, right? Bhima has been humbled by a reflection of his own pride, a soul cursed for the very same arrogance. You see, the serpent's power wasn't of this world. It was a mystical force, born from a sage's curse. And that's the key right there. The path to freedom for both Bhima and Nahusha wasn't going to be paved with violence. It had to be paved with wisdom. So while Bhima's pride led him straight into this mess, Yudhishthira's wisdom was guiding him toward the solution. He'd been seeing these ill omens, and then he followed this trail of shattered trees right to the mouth of the cave. Now it was his turn to face a test. When he finds Bhima completely at the serpent's mercy, Yudhishthira knows this is going to be a different kind of battle. Nahusha's challenge isn't about strength, it's about intellect. He poses a question that cuts right to the heart of Dharma, a riddle that's going to test the very depths of Yudhishthira's wisdom. And Yudhishthira's answer, wow, it's just a masterclass in spiritual wisdom. He completely redefines what it means to be a Brahmin, shifting the focus away from the lottery of birth and onto the cultivation of inner virtue. A true Brahmin, he argues, isn't defined by their bloodline, but by the purity of their heart and the righteousness of their actions. And this is the central lesson of the whole story. True worth isn't inherited, it's earned. For the time, this was a radical concept. It challenged the rigid social hierarchies and put the power of self-realization right into the hands of every single person. With that one profound answer, the chains of the curse are shattered. Nahusha sheds his serpent skin and ascends to the heavens, his soul finally free. In the end, it wasn't the strength of a warrior, but the wisdom of a king that brought salvation to them both. Okay, so Bhima's ordeal was a huge lesson in humility, but it was really just the beginning of the Pandavas' spiritual education. Soon, they would get visitors from the heavens, beings who would completely expand their understanding of the cosmos and their place in it. First, their divine friend Krishna arrives, followed by the sage Markandeya, who has literally walked the earth since the dawn of time. So Yudhishthira poses that eternal question that has haunted humanity for ages. Why does the path of righteousness so often lead to suffering? Markandeya's answer isn't a simple explanation. It's a cosmic vision. He talks about a time when the universe was just a memory, and he was the lone survivor, floating on an endless sea. And it was there that he witnessed a miracle, a divine child within whose mouth the entire cosmos resided. And then, the sage delivers a revelation that changes everything. He points to Krishna, their friend and confidant, and declares him to be that divine child from his vision. Can you imagine? The Pandavas are in the presence of the Supreme Person himself, the architect of the universe, walking among them as a mortal? With this newfound understanding of their divine companion, the Pandavas, of course, turn to Krishna for guidance. His words are going to give them the strength and conviction they need to face the dark days that are definitely still ahead. And Krishna's words are such a comfort to their weary souls. He reminds them that their true kingdom isn't of this world, but of the spirit. All their suffering is just a fleeting shadow, but the light of their virtue, that will shine for all eternity. And to Draupadi, who has suffered so much, Krishna offers a promise of divine retribution. He tells her her tears will be avenged, her honor will be restored, and the Kauravas will absolutely reap the bitter harvest of their sins. In the end, this ancient tale leaves us all with a timeless question. When we face our own trials, where do we place our faith? In the fleeting power of the ego, or in the enduring strength of the spirit? The story of the Pandavas really suggests that the path to true victory doesn't lie in conquering the world, but in conquering ourselves. Thank you for watching. Gyankosh is a multilingual channel where we share spiritual wisdom in English, Hindi, Marathi, Tamil, Gujarati, and Bengali, with more major languages coming soon. Our goal is to bring you the timeless treasures of Sanatan Dharma in a simple, clear, and meaningful way. On our channel, you'll find daily videos on Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Mahabharata, Lilita Sahasranama, Devathan Karel, Saints of Maharashtra, Saints of Bengal, and the story of the divine incarnation of Adi Shankara, all available in multiple languages. If you find our content valuable, please subscribe to Gyankosh so you'll get notified about our daily videos. Don't forget to like, share, and spread this divine knowledge with your family, friends, and community. Let's together keep the light of Sanatan Dharma shining bright.